Are we live? Looks like we're live. Awesome. Hey, what's up, you guys? Jonathan Sager, if you haven't met me already. And we're just getting off work, getting done with the gym. So, yeah. So this is like go 3. We're trying to record audio with my GoPro. Yeah, it's been a lot of trial and error. So, but if you can't tell, I'm using the GoPro mic app to use my Sena Bluetooth as my headset. Hold on. 3, 2, and we're starting. And somebody's coming this way. Anyway, so like I was saying, this is like round 3 for me on using the GoPro mic app. So hopefully it actually works to the fullest this time and gives me a video that I feel good posting and giving y'all to watch. So, like I said, if y'all are new to the channel, welcome to Riding with Sager. I'm Sager, and on this channel, I take y'all on whatever rides I go on, little adventures, and might try to do some gear reviews and whatever else I can really think of motorcycle-wise, and maybe sometimes a little bit of life on the side. So for today's Motovlog topic that I was able to think of, I figured I'll go with something simple, and that's going to be, as much as I love this bike, every bike has its pros and cons. So I'm going to go over the few things that are some of my favorite things and some of my least favorite things about the Road Glide Limited. And we'll start with the veggies. So we'll start with those least favorite things, and we'll start from the front and work our way back. So starting up at the front, it's going to be lights. So not the headlight, but the blinkers and tail lights. They are not all LEDs. And with Harley-Davidson being such an iconic brand with such a up there price tag, you would think that they'd be like, you know what, we'll give the rider, the biker that's looking into this awesome motorcycle, we'll give them all LEDs. Now, so that was one of the first things I had to do. On my blinkers, I've got custom dynamics. They're pretty solid. I like them. They light up really well. It's a white light for when it acts almost like a running light. And then, well, it is a running light. But then when you hit your blinker, they flash yellow. And then on the rear, so still talking about lights, on the Limited and also for the Electric Glide, they both have gaps in between the bag and the fender. That bag is super unappealing in my opinion, and it could be used so much better. So another one of the first things that I did is get that space filled. I actually got that worked into the deal when I got the bike at Harley of Dothan. If any of my buddies if any of the fam up at Harley at Dothan is watching, hey, love y'all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. But yeah, so lights is going to be that first little con, if you will, and that goes across several models for Harley Davidson. Yeah, so moving on. Number 2, what's up, dude? Number 2 is going to be bikes everywhere. I love it. Number 2 is going to be the windshield. Hey, those are brakes. All right, thanks, guys. No, I probably should have been paying better attention. Anyway, number 2, we're going to say the windshield. I know the stock windshield definitely did its job. It was tall, it was clear, it caught the wind and the bugs, but it again, kind of like the gaps on the rear fender, super unappealing to me. The top of the windshield for the kind of the defining line of where the windshield stopped and where it started was right in the line of sight where my field of vision was, and that was really bothersome. So what I have now is a 6.5-inch spoiler windshield from Memphis Shades, and like I said, it's only 6.5 inches, but sends the wind straight over my head because it's got a little recurve to it, like a spoiler. So, and I was looking at Clockworks. They've got a really sporty look to them that really appeals to the Road Glide curves and lines, but they were just really pricey. And Memphis Shades looks good too, but yeah. All right, so lights number 1, windshield number 2. Oh, and to also say on the windshield, Harley was smart in saying, hey, we've got this really tall windshield. Let's make it clear so they can at least see through it. For people like me, I guess, that were too short for that windshield. So, yeah. But, all right, anyway, moving on. So, number 3. 3 is going to be dealing with the infotainment system, the radio. And that is to do with Android Auto and CarPlay. So a lot of, well, not a lot of, excuse me, let me get my words straight. The touchscreen infotainment system that became a thing in 2019, if I recall correctly, is Android Auto and CarPlay capable. However, so on my bike, it wants you to have certain things in place. Of course, you got to have your phone plugged up, but it also wants you to use this wired headset. Me, I don't use a wired headset. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I'm using the GoPro mic app, and it's allowing me to use my Sena Bluetooth on the side of my helmet as my mic, which I think is really cool. What's up, dude? And yeah, so I think they should just let that work. Like, hey, plug my phone in and it pops right up. But, so, I don't know if other people did the same thing that I did. So I found this little jack that, like I said, bikes everywhere. I love it. I bought this little jack. It was like $25, and it's plugged in into some wiring behind the radio, actually up towards the headlight almost. That it kind of tricks the bike, I guess, into thinking, hey, he's using all the stuff you want him to, and it pops right up. But as you can tell, my phone's not plugged in right now. And so I actually meant to put that jack, the link for it in the description on a previous video that I made, but I was a horrible YouTuber, and I forgot to put that in that description. So, I will make sure I either do it on this one, or I will do a specific, actually, no, I won't do it on this one. I will do a specific video showing y'all that it works. That'll be a real short one. But I'd rather prove it to you guys. Hey, this is what I bought, and hey, yeah. So anyway, moving on. So we said lights, windshield, CarPlay, Android Auto capability, and number 4 is going to be speakers. So the speakers on this bike work pretty well. I think that's partially to do with the fact that I have 4 of them. I have the 2 in front of me and the 2 behind me on my tour pack. So what I think Harley could definitely have done better is the fact that why did it take them so long to collaborate with Rockford Fosgate to make these better speakers that came out for only the CVOs, mind you, for 21. I think Harley should have done something more along the lines of, all right, cool. If they only wanted to do the Rockfords with the CVOs, then maybe do the Boom 2 in your limiteds and your specials, or maybe even just the like a step progress on, or like a step system almost. Like, I don't know, your specials could have the Boom 1 system, and then the Limiteds can have Boom 2, and then the CVOs can have the Rockford. I just think they could have done a lot better about that. Personal opinion, I know other people are like, oh, why are you all hell bent about Rockford system? Because, personally, I mean, my previous bike, the Street Glide Special, if you look at some older videos, I had those speakers on that bike, and they are phenomenal. They're significantly loud, louder, and they're crystal clear in my opinion. If somebody has a better system, by all means, then just drop in the comments. Just let me know. But yeah, that's overall that's my kind of issue with the speakers. Like we said, I mean, such a price tag that goes with Harley Davidson, and not to say it's not worth it, but they could make it worth it or more worth it. And then still talking about the speakers, the Tour Pack speakers. Let's see if I can see them. The Tour Pack speakers, I think the covering to them is it's super cheap. I think Harley should have at least tried to make a cover similar to the front, like a little plastic grill or something. I know it's pretty petty for me to probably complain about that. Well, I'm not really complaining. Just like I said, saying Harley could have done it better. So that's really it for cons or the less desirable things about this bike that I can really think of. Like hell, even the handlebars are damn near perfect. Stock, I think these are somewhere around a 9.5 inch. Granted, I'm still gonna go up to about a 12. Make it more perfect. Get my hands a little higher. All right, now going on to the things I really like about this bike. Again, starting up front and working our way back. So starting up front, we're gonna talk about the fairing. Like I said, I was on a Street Glide before, which is that Batwing fairing. I had zero issues with it. However, one thing that the Road Glide fairing does 10 times better than the Batwing fairing is they use the space so much better. On a Batwing fairing, your media compartment is a little cubby that's big enough for maybe your wallet if you don't have one of those long ones. But on the Road Glide, you've got these big old cubbies on both sides. And I love that. Like, it really optimizes the space that they use for the Road Glide. Like I said, moving our way back, another pro to the Road Glide is the like I said, the handlebars. They stock. They're about a 9-10 inch rise, so almost perfect for my height. I'm 5'8", 5'9" on a good day. So it's really good. Granted, I mean, the look isn't the most appealing, but I mean, it is what it is. So fairing, handlebars. Let's see what else. The storage. So yeah, it may not be stretch bags, but you still got your both sides saddlebags and the tour pack. I love having a tour pack. Like shoot, the wife she rides with me a lot. And when she does, it's a place for her to put her purse and all that other stuff. But yeah, just all that extra storage. I know a lot of people talk about the Ultras and the Limiteds and the Tour Packs. It makes for a grandpa bike. No, it doesn't. It makes for a practical bike. I mean, shoot, I think I have a pretty appealing bike, even with a big old pizza box on the back. And besides, I mean, a big pro to that Tour Pack is it lights up the rear end of the motorcycle really well. So that's another awesome thing about it. So we said pros to this bike is space, the fairing, handlebars, stock even. 3 was Tour Pack. I gave 4 cons. So let me think of one more real quick. There we go. Suspension. You know what? So like I said, I was coming from a Street Glide Special, awesome touring bike. I put like 30,000 miles on that bike in less than 2 years that I had it. but one of the first things I noticed taking this bike home is I went over a bump on a bridge over on Highway 231, coming back towards Ozark and Enterprise from Dothan. And I tell you what, I went over that little bump, and something on the street glide where I would have significantly felt it. On this, that extra inch of suspension travel, man, it makes for the difference. And I truly love that. Like, especially when I get into taking some longer trips, that'll be awesome. So so I don't go rambling on, because I truly do. I love Harley Davidson and I love their motorcycles. You can call me a fanboy, but I'm a Harley guy. That's just me. But those are what I think the pros and cons are to this bike. I know it's not a lot, but like I said, or like I think I said, I just outside coming off the showroom floor even, I think this bike is just about perfect in my own opinion. But hopefully y'all enjoyed that video, and hopefully this worked out a lot better than my last time or two. It looks like it's still working. If you like the video, subscribe, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, shoot, give me a thumbs down, I guess. Tell me why though, at least. If you got some other opinions on the bike, nice blinker, dude, let me know. Drop a comment. And I'll talk to y'all later. Keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down. I'll see y'all next time on Riding with Sager.